And we've been joined by Tulane coach Curtis Johnson. Green Wave is 3-8 overall, 2-5 in the American Athletic Conference. Tulane had an open week this past week, and Tulane will close their regular season this Saturday against Temple at Ullman Stadium in New Orleans. It will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call. Tell us how your open week went as you prepare for the season finale against Temple, please.
You know, we looked at it like we're not going to a bowl game, so we looked at some younger players. We looked at just making it like a bowl practice. It was fun. The older kids practiced a little bit. They did some individual stuff. But the younger kids scrimmage, we found a couple players in there, some young players. So it was a good week for us.
We'll take questions for Coach Johnson. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll take our question from Dan Tortora of Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach. How you doing today?
How you doing, Dan? How's it going?
Doing very well. How was Thanksgiving?
Oh, too much to eat.
I hear you. I got to cook my first bird, so it was definitely worth it.
Well, look, my cousin fried some turkeys for me. I mean, they were awesome. You know, this was my first Thanksgiving being off all day in like 30 years. Amazing.
Wow. Well, at least you got to enjoy it.
That's right.
What was I going to say? So first and foremost, with what you've been able to take away from this type of season, and like you said, you're not going to a bowl game. What are some of the biggest things that you've been able to learn, and since you've had a bye week, to maybe spend some time to sit and think about what this team has been like so far?
Well, one thing is, you know, I think these young kids, you know, what I've done, I went back and looked at when they first began to play to now, and it may not seem like it, but these young players have gotten a lot better, and they almost resemble football players. You know, team-wise, we've done a couple of things. We've cut down on some penalties, so we've made some big improvements. You know, it was. You know, I listened to Bill Parcells a while ago, and he talked about a quarterback. You know, after you throw 3 interceptions, how you come back. And I thought Tanner came back, had his first 300-yard game against East Carolina. So I think we got the right quarterback. We're doing some things right. Defensively, I still thought we played well. You know, throughout the season, sporadically at some points. But you know, I think we'll catch up to this league. I don't think we're where the league is, but we just got to catch up.
When you talk about you think you'll catch up to the league, if you're looking at this race, where are you at? If the league is running in front of you right now, how close do you feel like you are to getting to that point?
I think we're gaining on them. Where we aren't as close is, I think, offense and defensive lines right now. You know, I think they're a little bit more physical. You look at what Cincinnati has; they're a big physical team. Memphis had some older physical players. You know, we just got to get where we could catch up to those guys. And we were playing so young. So, you know, but I think we're gaining on some teams. You know, we made some plays like, you know, for instance, the Houston game was a big game for us. We made some plays against a good team. So I think it'll be good. We'll catch them.
And then as far as Tanner, you said you feel like you have the right quarterback. You have experimented with a lot of different quarterbacks this season. What makes you believe that at this point he could be the guy for you? Because we've talked over the last few weeks, and you said they do it, but they don't just grab it and say, okay, this is mine, and now you're saying Tanner could be the guy. Why is that?
Yeah, because you know what I think the way you look at a quarterback is you look at him through adversity. You know, just looking at what Drew Brees did as a freshman, he threw 20 interceptions when he was at Purdue, and just the intensity that he prepares for the game, he's learning. You know, the one thing about a quarterback that I really like about him is, you know, the good ones recognize their mistakes, and they work on them throughout the week, and they talk about it, and it's always football. And that's what this kid is. You know, it's just not the arm. It's just not the arm talent or the footwork. It's just he's starting to understand and process. You know, we can have a conversation about something that happened in a Georgia Tech game that he still remembers. You know, and it's not so much an interception or a big touchdown. It's just a dive play that he didn't carry out his fake. So this kid will be good, and you know, pretty soon.
I appreciate it, Coach, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions for Coach Johnson, please star 1 on your telephone if so. Coach, well, thank you then for joining us a little bit out of your normal schedule this week. And
no problem. Anytime. Thank you.
Time all year. All right.